Imagine a world where dinosaurs walk among us. The mighty Tyrannosaurus rex hunting in dense jungles, the towering Brachiosaurus grazing peacefully in modern-day plains, and the Velociraptor, still as cunning as ever, lurking in the shadows. It's not just science fiction, it's a tantalizing thought. In this video, we'll explore 10 fascinating predictions about how dinosaurs would impact our world if they existed today. From the bustling streets of New York City to the serene plains of the Serengeti, we'll uncover the awe-inspiring and sometimes unsettling ways these prehistoric giants might reshape our planet. But before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to join our journey into fascinating top 10s. You won't want to miss what's coming next. One can't help but wonder, how would creatures that once ruled a world untouched by human hands adapt to our modern urban ecosystems? Would cities, with their towering structures and bustling human populations, prove too formidable even for these prehistoric giants? Take, for example, the smaller carnivorous dinosaurs. They might find themselves right at home in the concrete jungle, much like the raccoons and foxes of today. These resourceful creatures could easily adapt to scavenging for food amongst our discard. A discarded hamburger here, a half-eaten hot dog there. Their agility, honed over millennia, would make navigating alleyways and scaling fences child's play. They might even learn to use our drainage systems to their advantage, disappearing as quickly as they appeared. On the other end of the spectrum, imagine the massive herbivores, creatures like the Triceratops or the Stegosaurus. Would they too find a place in our concrete landscapes? It's not entirely implausible. Urban parks, those green oases amidst the grey, could easily become their grazing grounds. Picture a herd of Triceratops peacefully munching on shrubs in Central Park, or a lone Stegosaurus taking a midday nap under the shade of a tree in Golden Gate Park. Of course, such a scenario wouldn't be without its challenges. Imagine the chaos a Triceratops could cause during rush hour, blocking traffic as it lumbered down a busy street. City planners would face unprecedented challenges, needing to design infrastructure that could accommodate both human and dinosaur needs. And then there's the question of safety. Governments would need to develop new strategies to manage and monitor these creatures, ensuring the safety of both humans and dinosaurs. Would we see the rise of advanced tracking systems or even specialized dinosaur management units? The return of dinosaurs to our urban environments would be a sight to behold, a testament to nature's adaptability and resilience. But it would also force us to rethink our place in the world, to find a way to share our cities with creatures that time, for a while at least, had left behind. The return of dinosaurs would send shockwaves through the world, reaching as far as the vast fields and farms that sustain us. Agriculture, the backbone of human civilization, would face a unique set of opportunities and challenges in a world where dinosaurs once again roamed the earth. Imagine the possibilities. Certain herbivorous dinosaurs, like the Ankylosaurus, with its sturdy build and ground-level browsing habits, could be domesticated. Imagine these gentle giants assisting with essential agricultural tasks. They could be trained to clear land, their powerful bodies effortlessly pushing aside brush and debris, preparing the soil for planting. But let's not forget the potential downsides. A single Brachiosaurus, with its insatiable appetite, could consume hundreds of pounds of vegetation daily. Imagine the devastation if a herd of these gentle giants were to wander into a farmer's field. Crops would be decimated, livelihoods destroyed, and the global food supply chain thrown into disarray. Farmers would be forced to adapt, investing in high-tech solutions to protect their crops. Imagine fields surrounded by reinforced fencing, equipped with motion sensors and sonic deterrents, all designed to keep hungry dinosaurs at bay. Ranchers, too, would face new dangers. Herds of cattle, once vulnerable to wolves and bears, would now be at risk from predators far more formidable. Could you imagine the strength it would take to protect your livestock from a pack of hungry raptors? The return of dinosaurs would undoubtedly usher in a new era for agriculture, one where ancient instincts clash with modern technology. Farmers and ranchers would need to become masters of both, balancing the needs of their livelihoods with the responsibility of coexisting with these magnificent creatures. For centuries, we've pieced together the story of dinosaurs from bones and footprints, tantalizing glimpses into a lost world. But imagine if we had the chance to study these magnificent creatures in the flesh. If dinosaurs were to return today, it would herald a new golden age of scientific discovery. Paleontologists, those detectives of the past, would have a field day. No longer confined to dusty fossils, they could observe these creatures in their natural habitats, studying their behaviors, their social structures, and their evolutionary adaptations. Imagine witnessing a pack of velociraptors hunting in real time, their speed and agility on full display. Or observing a T-Rex in its full glory, its terrifying roar echoing through the air, a true spectacle of nature's power. But the scientific implications go far beyond observation. Imagine the breakthroughs in genetics. By studying dinosaur DNA, we could unlock the secrets of their incredible resilience, their adaptations to a world vastly different from our own. Imagine the medical advancements. Dinosaur immune systems, honed over millions of years of evolution, could hold the key to combating diseases that plague humanity today. Their unique physiology could offer insights into everything from tissue regeneration to metabolic regulation. The return of dinosaurs wouldn't just rewrite history books. It would revolutionize our understanding of biology, genetics, and even medicine. It would be a chance to unlock secrets that have remained hidden for millions of years. Secrets that could hold the key to solving some of humanity's most pressing challenges. Chapter 4: A Delicate Dance Navigating Human-Dinosaur Conflicts. The prospect of sharing our world with dinosaurs is undeniably thrilling, but it's not without its challenges. The potential for conflict between humans and these prehistoric behemoths is very real, and navigating these conflicts would require a delicate balance of caution, respect, and innovation. Imagine waking up to find a herd of hadrosaurs trampling through your backyard, their massive forms leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Or picture the fear that would grip a rural community if a Spinosaurus, with its imposing size and predatory instincts, were spotted lurking near the outskirts of town. Such encounters, while potentially dangerous, would also highlight the need for coexistence. Special task forces, equipped with tranquilizer guns and advanced tracking technology, might become commonplace. We might see the rise of dinosaur whisperers, experts trained in understanding and redirecting these creatures, leading them away from populated areas and back to their designated habitats. But conflict wouldn't always be a matter of life or death. Imagine the logistical nightmares. A Diplodocus's long neck could easily reach a second-story window, making a quick snack of your prize-winning roses. Traffic jams would take on a whole new meaning if a Stegosaurus decided to take a midday nap in the middle of a busy intersection. Living alongside dinosaurs would demand a fundamental shift in our perspective. We would need to learn to respect their boundaries, understand their behaviors, and adapt our own lives to accommodate their presence. It would be a constant dance, a delicate balancing act between our modern world and the awe-inspiring power of these ancient creatures. Chapter 5: Jurassic World. For real? Imagine a world where you could witness the majesty of dinosaurs firsthand, not through the silver screen, but in real life. The return of these prehistoric creatures would undoubtedly spark a tourism boom unlike anything the world has ever seen. Picture sprawling safari parks designed to mimic the dinosaurs' natural habitats. Tourists could embark on guided tours in specially designed vehicles, marveling at the sight of Brachiosaurus grazing on towering trees or watching in awe as a Tyrannosaurus rex stalks its prey. Imagine the thrill of coming face to face with a Stegosaurus, its spiky tail casting an imposing shadow, or witnessing the grace of a pterodactyl soaring overhead. Theme parks would reach new heights of immersion, transporting visitors millions of years back in time. Imagine animatronic dinosaurs, so lifelike they take your breath away, combined with educational exhibits that teach about these fascinating creatures. Virtual reality experiences could even allow you to step into the shoes of a dinosaur, experiencing the world from their perspective. But this newfound fascination would also bring responsibility. Conservation efforts would be paramount, ensuring that these parks prioritize the well-being of the dinosaurs and their environments. Ethical debates would rage about the potential exploitation of these creatures. Should we, for example, be riding on the backs of apatosaurs, or should our interactions be limited to observation? The return of dinosaurs would undoubtedly turn the tourism industry on its head, offering a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect with Earth's prehistoric past. But it would also challenge us to find a balance between our fascination and our responsibility to protect these magnificent creatures. Chapter 6: The Ripple Effect, Dinosaurs and the Environment. The return of dinosaurs wouldn't just be a spectacle, it would be a seismic shift in Earth's delicate ecological balance. These magnificent creatures with their unique needs and behaviors would reshape ecosystems in profound and often unpredictable ways. Imagine the impact of giant herbivores like the Brachiosaurus. Their insatiable appetites could reshape entire landscapes, their massive forms clearing swathes of vegetation. Forests might shrink, grasslands expand, and the delicate balance of plant life would be forever altered. Carnivorous dinosaurs too would leave their mark. Imagine a Tyrannosaurus rex, its jaws capable of crushing bone, returning to the top of the food chain. Existing predator populations would dwindle, unable to compete with these ancient hunters, leading to a cascade of effects throughout the ecosystem. The introduction of dinosaurs would require a monumental effort in conservation and management. We might see the creation of vast nature reserves carefully designed to provide suitable habitats for different species. Scientists would play a crucial role, monitoring populations, tracking movements, and intervening when necessary to prevent ecological collapse. The return of dinosaurs would be a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things. It would force us to confront the consequences of our actions, to recognize that even the smallest change can have ripple effects throughout the natural world. Chapter 7: The Dawn of Designer Dinosaurs, Genetic Engineering and the Ethical Abyss. The possibility of dinosaurs walking among us ignites a spark of wonder in the human spirit, a longing to reach back through time and touch the impossible. And with the advent of genetic engineering, that impossible dream seems tantalizingly within reach. Imagine a world where we could not only bring back dinosaurs but reshape them to fit our needs. Scientists armed with the tools of genetic manipulation could potentially create hybrid species, creatures engineered for specific purposes. Picture vast fields of genetically modified herbivorous dinosaurs, their appetites tailored to consume invasive plant species, restoring balance to ecosystems ravaged by human activity. Imagine specially bred carnivorous dinosaurs, their predatory instincts honed to control pest populations, offering a natural alternative to harmful pesticides. The potential benefits are undeniable, but so are the risks. Tampering with the very building blocks of life, especially on a scale as grand as dinosaurs, is a foray into uncharted territory. The consequences, both intended and unforeseen, could be profound. Imagine, for instance, a genetically engineered dinosaur designed to clean up oil spills, mutating in an unforeseen way. What if its new appetite extended beyond oil, threatening marine life or even coastal communities? What if a hybrid predator, created to control rodent populations, developed a taste for larger prey? The ethical dilemmas are equally complex. Do we have the right to manipulate the genetic makeup of creatures that walked the Earth millions of years before us? What are the long-term consequences of introducing designer dinosaurs into ecosystems that are already struggling to adapt to a changing world? The prospect of engineering dinosaurs, while scientifically thrilling, presents a moral and ecological minefield. It's a path fraught with unknowns, a gamble with potentially catastrophic consequences. Before we even consider opening this Pandora's box, we need to ask ourselves some hard questions. Are we prepared to handle the power of creation on such a grand scale? And are we willing to accept the responsibility for the creatures we might unleash upon the world? Chapter 8: The Dinosaur Workforce. Beasts of burden in a modern world. Imagine a world where the rumble of engines is replaced by the thunderous footsteps of dinosaurs. In a world where these ancient giants roam the earth once more, could they also become a part of our workforce, their immense strength and size harnessed for tasks that currently rely on heavy machinery? Picture this: a construction site, not with cranes and bulldozers, but with massive sauropods like the Argentinosaurus. These colossal creatures, capable of lifting unimaginable weights, could easily transport building materials, their long necks reaching heights no crane could match. Imagine lumber yards where lumbering dinosaurs haul massive logs, their strength surpassing even the most powerful logging trucks. Or picture freight transport revolutionized with caravans of dinosaurs carrying goods across continents, their endurance outstripping any man-made vehicle. But such a partnership wouldn't be without its challenges. How do you train a creature that could accidentally flatten a building? How do you ensure the safety of both the dinosaurs and the humans working alongside them? Special harnesses would need to be designed, strong enough to withstand the immense power of these creatures, yet comfortable enough to prevent injury. Training would be a monumental task, requiring a deep understanding of dinosaur behavior and communication, and safety regulations would need to be rewritten from the ground up, addressing the unique challenges of working alongside creatures that could easily outweigh a small car. The ethical implications are equally complex. Would using dinosaurs for labor be a symbiotic partnership or a form of exploitation? Would we be able to provide them with the care and respect they deserve, or would they become mere tools for our convenience? The integration of dinosaurs into our workforce, while a fascinating prospect, would demand careful consideration, ethical guidelines, and a profound respect for the immense power and unique needs of these magnificent creatures. Chapter 9. When legends walk the earth, dinosaurs and the reshaping of human culture. Imagine a world where the creatures of myth and legend are not figments of our imagination, but living, breathing beings. The return of dinosaurs wouldn't just change our physical world, it would spark a cultural revolution, reshaping our art, our beliefs, and our very understanding of what it means to be human. Imagine children's stories, not of cuddly bears and sly foxes, but of gentle Brachiosaurus and mischievous Compsognathus. Imagine folklore filled with tales of encounters with these magnificent creatures, stories passed down through generations, blurring the line between fact and myth. Art would flourish, inspired by the awe-inspiring forms of these ancient creatures. Sculptures would capture the power of a Tyrannosaurus rex, paintings would depict the grace of a pterodactyl soaring through the sky, and music would evoke the majesty of a herd of sauropods lumbering across the plains. Religion, too, might be transformed. Imagine cultures that revere dinosaurs as deities, their immense power and ancient lineage inspiring awe and devotion. Temples might be built in their honor, rituals conducted to appease them, and their images woven into the very fabric of spiritual belief. The return of dinosaurs would force us to confront our place in the grand tapestry of life. No longer would we be the sole inheritors of Earth's story. We would share our world with creatures that represent the unfathomable depths of time, creatures that embody both the raw power and the delicate balance of nature. In their presence, we might rediscover a sense of wonder that has been dulled by our modern world. We might learn to view our planet and all its inhabitants with a renewed sense of respect and humility. The return of dinosaurs wouldn't just be a biological event, it would be a cultural awakening, a chance to reconnect with the ancient rhythms of the Earth and redefine our place within its ever-evolving story. Chapter 10. The Sixth Extinction. Can we save dinosaurs from ourselves? The return of dinosaurs would be a cause for celebration, a testament to the resilience of life. But it would also be a call to action, a stark reminder of the fragility of existence and the responsibility we bear for the creatures we share our planet with. The same human activities that drove countless species to extinction in the past, habitat destruction, climate change, pollution and hunting, would pose an even greater threat to dinosaurs in the modern world. Imagine the pressure on their habitats as urban sprawl continues, as forests are cleared for lumber, and as roads carve through once pristine wilderness. Imagine the impact of climate change already altering ecosystems at an alarming rate on creatures that evolved in a vastly different world. Pollution, another hallmark of human progress, would contaminate their water sources, poison their food supply, and weaken their immune systems. And the ever-present threat of poaching, driven by greed and the desire for exotic trophies, would loom large. The survival of dinosaurs in the modern world wouldn't depend on their ability to adapt to a changing environment. It would depend on our ability to change our ways. It would require a global effort, a united front to combat climate change, protect natural habitats, and enforce strict anti-poaching laws. We would need to create vast nature reserves, safe havens where dinosaurs could thrive, free from the encroachment of human activity. We would need to invest in sustainable practices, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, minimizing pollution, and adopting a more harmonious way of life. The return of dinosaurs would be a test, not just of their resilience, but of our own. It would be a chance to right the wrongs of the past, to prove that we have learned from our mistakes and that we are ready to become stewards of our planet, not just for ourselves, but for all creatures, great and small. A future where dinosaurs roam free. The idea of dinosaurs returning to our world is both thrilling and terrifying. It's a reminder of the awesome power of nature, the vastness of time, and the delicate balance that holds life on Earth together. As we've explored in this video, the return of dinosaurs would reshape our planet in profound ways. It would challenge our understanding of science, redefine our relationship with the natural world, and force us to confront our own impact on the planet. Would we rise to the challenge, embracing the responsibility of coexisting with these magnificent creatures? Or would history repeat itself, with dinosaurs facing extinction once more, this time at the hands of humanity? The answer, as always, lies within ourselves.